Hey, we're in, we're on. Farm together time. I can't remember the last time I played this game. It must be a good week ago. How much money have I got? Not much. Everything must be ready in this game. Let me just turn that off. Everything must be ready in this game. I've not played this for a while. Let me put on my inventory. We're not too crazy on that. Why are you still on? Oh, I'm facing the wrong bloody way. Let's see what we got. Everything is ready. Chard, and more chard. Let's make sure our farm hands are fully stocked up. Let's make sure we've got some cheese on the go. I'm going to try to hit 1,000 cheese just to have it in storage, just in case my tables decide to become a bitch basically and rob me. Oh, actually I shouldn't be doing this. Rob me of all of my cheese. Always good to have backups. This farm will get done at some point this summer. I'm going to do this because it's becoming summer very shortly. And I want to put some more chard down. I want to focus, laser in on chard and growing it as much as possible. Because I think that's my money maker. We all know it's the best crop in the game. So why not put as much down as possible and get it leveled up as much as possible. I want money. Cold hard cash. I'm going to get this ready for chard in summer, which is literally any second now. And do as much chard as I can within the, what, 7 minutes time limit? Or is it 17? I forget. Not yet. Lights are looking good, yellow and purple, all correct. Now we can do it. I don't care about the asparagus. I think my petrol's full. I'm about to level up too, which is good. That'll leave me with 15 levels left to hit the limit. We know the warehouse is at its max limit. It's hit 200. We're done with that. Just the tables to go and the crops and everything else. I just noticed as well that there's a week left until the event comes around. I don't know what the event's going to be. I've done it, but I should find that out really. It's always good to know because although I've done all the events, I still have crops and stuff that I don't have. So there's still flowers that I don't own. Coral and, you know, a couple of varieties of flowers that are event only crops, and if you recycle your farm you lose it, so you have to wait a whole year for the event to come back round again. So I need to keep a close eye on that. I don't want to miss my opportunity to get some flowers that I don't own down. Hey Poppins, happy Thursday. It's an iffy Thursday, isn't it? The weather is iffy. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad, thanks. I've only done a 3-day week this week, so I'm not too bad. Glad it's Friday tomorrow, though. What say you? Do you concur? I know you on farm together today. You were playing it last time I was streaming. Are you on it today? What's happening tomorrow to make you so excited? Just that it's like the Friday? Or have you got like something planned? Let me just move this. Okay, I pressed the button. What are you doing on farm together? What are your plans? Ah, I should have guessed. I should have guessed there was a reason why she was so excited. Now it makes sense. Gonna be there the whole weekend. Wonderful. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too. You got an event in 7 days, Poppins. I was just saying to myself. There's an event in 7 days. I don't know what event it is, but I need to keep my eye out because there are some things that I still need to get on this farm. And I don't want to miss my opportunity, so I'll have to check out Karen's Discord page link. See what the event's going to be. I'm looking out for the fish event, you know, the fishing event, because we get coral with that, and I need coral. Nice. You got more than me. That's so much money as well. What are you going to spend it all on? You got any plans for it? Get some deer maybe. I want to do this while summer is here. It's a lot of money. Maybe you can level up your tables. That'll soon take your money. Those bloody tables. I better get some petrol in a minute. I've almost hit level 235 as well. I know. It's the struggle of being a farm together and having more than one farm. It's like trying to split your time between 2 of them, or even 3 or 4 of them. It's difficult. I've actually forgotten what my other main farm looks like. It's been a while since I jumped on that. Nice. Chickens are 101. Very nice. Really? I didn't know that. I think I didn't realise that you were limited by your level, and that you need your level at a certain level in order to unlock a new area. I didn't know about that in this game because I never opened my farm quick enough. I was always like level 150 before, you know, unlocking the last 5 or 6, so I never got limited to that. I just never had enough diamonds So that's unique experience you're having, because I've never had that. Never ever had it. I didn't know it was based on level. My struggle was always with diamonds. That was my struggle. Now I do not struggle with diamonds at all, but you know, in the early levels you really struggle with diamonds. I need to go get some petrol. Here's me trying to work out my buttons. And jump back up here. I should really do an entrance here. So close. Have you ever unlocked an area fully before, Poppins? Have you ever opened your farm out fully before? And was it a non-flat farm that you opened, or a flat? Fully. I want to feed my animals, but I do not want to, and whilst it's summer. I have too much to do in summer. I have too much to do. I bet you can't wait to get it all open and unlocked. I've got a spot on my chest, I can feel that. It's nice that you've gone back to farm together, because I know you you dip in and out, don't you, with it? It's always nice to know that you've got this lovely little game waiting for you if you ever need to pick it back up. I treat this game as a very good friend. Yeah, it won't take much longer. Just concentrate on planting loads of diamond plants and crops. Yeah, me too. I always come back to this game. It's good to take a break from it and come back. You can appreciate it again. You don't want to burn out playing this game because you might never come back to it. Okay, that's that one done. Now I've put these over here. We're halfway through the season. We've got to move our asses. Get into gear. Nice, we leveled up. We are 15 levels away from completing it. Never have I done that before. I've never completed a farm to 250, level 250. So you got halfway then, really, didn't you? I think the highest level is 250 and you got 126. So you got halfway there, Poppins. You got 50% of it done. Just another 50 to go on that one. I think my highest was about 210 previous. So I'm a little bit above that. I've gone past that, thankfully. This is a struggle though, because I used to be able to do a level every stream. It's not possible now. It's the level's too high, and experience is not enough in a 2-hour stream anymore. So it takes me a good 3 or 4 streams now to get a level on this farm. It's a struggle. It does, yeah. Yeah, you need to farm a whole bunch to get a level. But it's okay, I'm in no rush. You know me, I love this game. I don't need to rush to get it done. I'd like to get my tables to 50, level 50. But that's going to be a struggle too, because this farm's not a money maker. This farm is a diamond maker. It is not a money maker, not in the slightest. This is a farm that's not full of fish, so I can't constantly, you know, get my farm hands to fish for me to make money. It's not full of animals really. I have a few flowers. I think that's my saving grace. I have a lot of flowers in this game, and half of them are like diamond flowers, so so I'm not really making much money on this game. This way. Yeah, so does Ghost. Ghost makes billions and billions just because he has a lot of fish. I do still have 2 spaces left to fill, but I don't think I'll be fishing. That's not for me. I don't think there's any way I can attach a bunch of fish to a farmhand without ruining my design. I need to change the lights on this. This light situation is not good. Do ya? I think I have about 100 of everything at least. But yeah, my fish is not too crazy. I've got 2 big old pools on either side and then 4 smaller ones in each corner. That's about it. Yeah, I think my money comes from flowers too. I'd like to say it comes from crops, but I don't believe it does. I think it comes from the fish. And the weird thing is with fish, you don't get to see how much you make from fish because I don't fish. My farmhands do it for me, so they're always in the background just fishing away. I don't see the money they make, so it'd be interesting to find out, like, you know, if you could categorize crops and flowers and fish and then give me like a breakdown of just what I made in 2 hours. I'd love that. I love statistics. No. Well, I imagine most people's comes from fish because it's something that you actually don't need to do. It's someone else doing it for you. With crops and trees, you have to do the manual labour, don't you, really? Wow, that was quick. None of you want to give me milk? Oh, okay, some of you are ready. How was work, Poppins? Still saving hard, I hope? They've really sped up the animation of feeding animals. I like it. I get paid tomorrow. I get paid tomorrow. We get paid on Fridays, we do. Every end of every Friday of every month. It's always nice when payday comes around, isn't it? Let me just feed these bloody cattle. Hey, Karen. Yeah, you do get it early, because I don't get it a day earlier. Happy Thursday, by the way, Karen. I remember for 15 years I used to get paid weekly, and then in the last year it went to monthly, and it was such a switch in like how you have to plan your life. I used to get paid every week and I loved it, and then monthly switched it all up. I had to change so much. I forget you can jump over walls. I shouldn't forget that. Cheers, by the way. Cheers. Let's go get this last one. How funny, I've never heard of anyone getting paid at the start of the month. When I moved to London, people couldn't believe that I used to get paid weekly. It's such a weird thing in London to get paid every week. They used to monthly. I'm like, yeah, I used to get paid every week and I loved it. The 7th? God, that's like not even really at the beginning of the month. It's like a week in. How funny. I wonder why. I don't know what the pros and cons are to getting paid, like I don't know what the pros are to getting paid weekly to monthly. I always thought you could get more money out of a company weekly than if you were paid monthly for some reason in my head. I don't know why. But yeah, it's nice to get paid tomorrow in any case. How's your day been, Karen? How's Thursday treat ya? Yeah, I didn't sleep too well last night. I was still awake, I think, at 1:15 in the morning, and I had to get up at 7:30. It was so muggy. The 25th, is it? See, it's another one. It must all just be weird around the world, isn't it? All different times and days and months and years. I literally get paid on the last day of every month, which is tomorrow for me. Poppins gets paid today, so hers is not the last day of every month. How funny. No probs, Karen. What am I doing? Let's get some sunflower. Always good to have some nuts on the side. Sorted. Yeah, so I was just saying I used to get paid weekly, and now I get paid monthly. But Karen's saying that she used to what? What did she put? How? How did you end up having 2 full months' pay in 1 month? You must have been rubbing your hands together that day, Karen. My animals are doing really well at levels. I'm really happy about that. You said you ended up having 2 full months' pay in 1 month. How did you manage that? She was loving it. I bet she never told a soul. Bet she kept her mouth stum. I'd do that and get caught. They'd be like, oh, by the way, Jamie, you owe us £4,000. We overpaid you and you never said anything, and now you're paying interest and tax on top of it. Like, sorry, I forgot. I forgot to tell you. I've just been busy. Too busy this month to tell you that you've overpaid me. Ah. Oh, I can see why that would happen, yeah. But you wouldn't get like 2 full months of money, would you? It would be like a little bit here and a little bit there. No, I don't want you. Let's put these down. I like these. You talking about having days off? I literally just had 4 days off with the weekend and I fancy another holiday again. I need another break. Yeah, I'm a little bit early today. I started at 6:30. I wanted to be done by 8:30 because I wanted to watch a couple of films tonight. So I thought I'd better start half an hour early. I updated it on my schedule this afternoon, so maybe people just haven't seen it. Poppins, by the way, Karen's did this wonderful thing on Discord where if I post a time, it translates it into your time. Do you want to just check that it works for you? On the page called my stream schedule. Yeah, did you see it? You should get a little message from Karen saying time zoned 29th of June 2023 at 18:30. Yeah, but does it work? Did you get the message from Karen? Because it's good if like you're from in different parts of the world with different time zones. Karen's kindly sorted the bot out that does it all for you. Yeah, 1930 is correct for you, Karen, yeah. Good. She's so clever. Yeah, we do. We need Alex and stuff, and Kitty and that to come in. We'll ask them. Remind me, because I tend to forget. I get stuck into a game and I forget these, but I really should make sure that it all works for them. And also Irene as well. We'll ask Irene. And if anyone else is watching and you've downloaded the Discord page, you can let us know too. That would be amazing. That would be so good if you could tell us. Yeah, she's the same time zone as you, but I want to know if it's worked, because she sometimes has issues, doesn't she, seeing my announcements of that I'm actually streaming. So it'd be good to hear if it works anyway. Thanks, Karen. Yeah, and if anyone is watching and wants to join the Discord page, please do. We all get chatting on there, don't we? Chat about lots of different things. Pages and pages of different things that we chat about. I think we've got about 70 to 80 people on the Discord page now, Karen, last I looked. I think it was around 70, 75. I don't know when we started that neither. Definitely, you know, at least 6 months ago, I think. It's alright. That nice little tight, close-knit community. I want to get all the money. Hey Kitty, there she is. We were just talking about you. Well, I actually was just talking about you, Kitty. All's welcome, yeah. Yeah, I was just talking about Karen. She, yeah, we were just talking about you. We were just talking about Karen, that she did a bot that tells people when I'm streaming in their own time, in their own time zone. And we were wondering if you could just go check to see if it pops up on your Discord page. That's all. We needed someone from a different time zone. Yeah. Oh, is it, well, what is it then? You don't do it manually. Are you telling me, Karen, that you manually tell everybody? Good, it works. Awesome. Why do you manually tell me? No, you don't. Why would you manually tell the streamer that I'm streaming my own stream at 7 PM? That's impossible. It's implausible. Tell me how the science works. Be scientific and tell me. How does it all work? How does it know? How does it even know about my times of stream schedules? Because I screenshot, don't I, and just paste it in. So how would it know what my screenshot says? I'm perplexed. You can tell I am not like clued up on stuff like this. It must be confused. Totally confused, by the way. It must be. Karen can rule the world with her phone and laptop, I tell ya. Oh, very well, thanks. You alright? Does it take long, Karen? Does it take like 5 minutes or something? Here's me thinking it was a bot and it's actually Karen. She is so clever. Well, I don't ever want you to put yourself out, Karen, you know that. If it all becomes too much, just say no more and delete it. Because I think people are used to, you know, my times anyway. Although I am 30 minutes early today. Oh, so where was confused today? Was he on Disney? Was he watching someone playing farm together? Okay, yeah, that's fine, Karen. I'm cool with that. Poor confused. Confused, if you're not gardening, you're cleaning. You're very domesticated. Was it... What's new today? Was it Final Fantasy? Was it Resident Evil 4? Was it not Tekken, sorry, Street Fighter 6? What was it? What was he watching? What did I say, confused? I said you are very domesticated. So what was confused watching? Confused, who have you been watching on stream today? Was it Sims? Was it Tetris? Was it chess? Was it someone playing chess? Okay, I'm gonna need confused to tell me. Confused, what have you been watching on stream today? This place looks so much better when the lights come on. I've got to admit, I love this colour. Let me zoom in. Beautiful. I wish we could see little bees flying around the place here. Just landing on the flowers. They have gone very quiet. Confused, are you there? Confused? Was it an Animal Crossing rip-off? Well, I could be playing an Animal Crossing rip-off. What's that other game? Story of Seasons. That's a knockoff to Animal Crossing, I'm sure of it. But it's quality, it's alright. What was this knockoff then? What was it called? That's funny. Hey Irene, happy Thursday. Princess something. I want to see what this game looks like. Karen, you'll have to message me, like whisper me the game. I want to see what Confused was watching. It sounds interesting. Because I love, you know, like a really good film that then turns it into a B movie. I love stuff like that. Just cheesy, bad scripts, bad acting, Z-like list actors. I love stuff like that. So I would probably watch someone play a knockoff game. Was it bad? Pretty. What? Pretty Princess Magical Garden Island. Okay, I need to check out that game. Let me screenshot my phone so I can check it out. Confused. I wish to see what you were watching today. How's Irene's week going? Is it alright? Have you still been out walking? How's the diet? It is a name, right? Do I? Let me look up myself, hang on. Let me see what I look like. Because my TV screen doesn't show truth. Oh, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. I've looked redder. I've looked redder on this stream. Way redder. Let me move back a bit more. Was it that bad? What's the basis of the game? Is it like a collecting game? Is it just a I can imagine it's a bit like you said, Animal Crossing, so there's like bad animals and stuff in there. Are there little mini games? You know it's bad when there's a title that's like 7 words. I like that name, by the way. I'd like to know how to pronounce it. Is that an Irish name? Oona. Is it Oona? Iona? Switch exclusive. For 30 quid. Switch always do a little bit on the expensive side games. Even bad games, they'll stick a high price tag on. Well, why are you not ready? I'm not bad, Irene. Yeah, I'm alright. I didn't sleep very well last night, but I feel okay. So you had a fear trigger, did ya? Yeah, it sounds like a little Story of Seasons, because I think Story of Seasons is... I don't know what came first, Animal Crossing or Story of Seasons, but, you know, I think maybe Story of Seasons borrowed a little bit of Animal Crossing, maybe. And maybe a little bit of, what's that game? That pixel game that I'm not a fan of? Not Dreamlight Valley. Yeah, I think you're right. I think Harvest Moon may be first, because that's quite an old franchise, isn't it, Harvest Moon? So were you supposed to go to an appointment that you missed, Irene? Is that what it was? Did you cancel an appointment, or she's just not there and you can't speak to her anymore? These flowers take so long, but they do give me a lot of money. I can't say no to them. Okay, yeah, so way before. I didn't realise Animal Crossing came out in 2001. Really? Confused. I've got to tell ya, I'm enjoying that game so much. And when do you get the test results? So your therapist has moved and she's gone somewhere else, and they won't give you another therapist until they've got your results. Got ya. And I imagine that you have managed to fight off the temptation and and give in to this fear, because we talked about that, didn't we? About the fear and about, you know, it may never happen, and then you feared for nothing. I know it's easy to say, but I mean that's just how I manage it all, really. I don't think about it until it's too late, maybe. Do you not? I guess you need that with a therapist. I've never been to one, so I guess it's common sense that you do need a connection with your therapist, right? Let's turn this round. It's more interesting looking this way. I need to do my fields and put more chard down. Do you, Kitty? Do you have a good relationship with your therapist, do you? Is she Irish, Karen? Oh, good. Oh, she's British, is she? Okay. And does she only play Switch games, yeah? I know that therapists in America can make a lot of money per hour, right? They can charge a fortune, like $50–$60 an hour just to listen to you talk. And I know they're professional. And, you know, help a lot of people. But it's very expensive. Okay. Yeah, I think the girls were saying as well in Netherlands, the government also pay towards their therapy because it is bloody expensive. Really? Does she play Sims, Karen? See, Sims is good for me. I would play the hell out of that game too. I'm just not very good at it. Yeah, that's what I was just saying. You and Irene get help, don't you, with the payments and that? Yeah. But you need it because it's so expensive. I can't remember who told me. Was it Irene? She's on a break at the minute. But she was saying how much it would have cost had it not been help, and it was like extortionate money. But I guess if you need a therapist, yeah, money would kind of be no object. Why am I running all this? That's crazy. 25k a year. And is that once a week, Irene? The therapist? Is that once a week when it's usual, when it's back to its schedule? Is that once a week you go? It is, isn't it? Or is it every 2 weeks? 2 times a week. Right, so that's 104 sessions a year. So I don't know what was it 25k divided by 104 is, but I guess that's how much it costs per session. So yours is once every 2 weeks, Karen, Kitty. Yeah. And I think that's what people do here in the UK. If you have kids in the UK, it's so expensive to have a job and get someone to look after your kids. It's just not worth working. Some people are paying thousands and thousands of pounds a month to have their kids in daycare and stuff. And it's just not worth it. So what do you do? If you've got no family or grandmothers and grandfathers to look after them. €56. Irene, are so expensive. How far is it again, Irene? Is it really far? Is it like miles and miles, or is it cyclable? Could you ride a bike there? That's too far. That's too far to bike. I couldn't do that. That's crazy distance. I would have saddle sore. And you don't want to be a sweaty mess just before therapy, do you? And then you've got to come back again. Do you get help with the taxi fare, Irene? Crazy, Karen, right? Could they not do? Do you have to be in the same room as a therapist? I've never been, so I always, if I don't know a question, I like to be informed. Could they not do something like an internet, I don't know, Skype talk call, or do you have to be in the same room? Is it an option, I mean? Oh, so you actually can do your therapy in your own home, Kitty, yeah? They will Skype call you or whatever. I like that idea. If it means I can save £60 or $60 for a trip in a taxi, I know which one I would rather do. Right. Yeah. Imagine if you never had a car like Irene or myself though, Karen, you would pay a lot more in in taxi fares, right? Yeah. Oh, I imagine they would prefer to have face to face. And by group therapy, you mean you're in a group with people, like in a circle? That must be a different feeling as well, from being in on your own, talking to one person, to being in a group and sharing your thoughts and feelings. That must be a bit daunting. Oh, so Kitty, you're bang on it. You finish your job and you're in therapy on the way home. Damn. Well, I think it's good to talk about these things because you enlighten others that have never had it, and it makes people aware of your problems and your plights. I kind of use you guys as my therapists. You are my therapy. This game is my therapy, and you guys listening to me ramble about random silly stuff gets me through. I better sell some of these flowers. Yeah. Irene's obsessed with feet. It does help. You're right, it does help. And I like to be informed of things that I don't know anything about. I find it strange because I am not one for sharing thoughts and feelings with people. Like if I feel sad, I'll say, "Oh, I don't feel great today," but I'm not going into detail. I wouldn't even do it with my ex-partners. So to go in a room with a stranger and just let out everything, I don't know if I'd be comfortable with it. I'm not really one for opening up like that, and I don't think it's because I'm a man and I don't have feelings, but more of it's just private. Do you know what I mean? For me, that's how I've grown up. It's all private, and if I've got a problem, I'm not going to share it with someone else, because I know they say that a problem shared is a problem halved, but you've got your own problems without dealing with mine. So I've never been one for sharing my feelings. I share my thoughts, not my feelings, though. Yeah, Irene love feet. You should do that, Irene. I can change. I think you're allowed to change your Twitch name once every 3 months. I can change mine if I want to. But as a streamer, I can. I don't know if I still could if I wasn't a streamer, though. I'm not sure. Yeah, Irene loves feet. You were. Is it 6 months? Oh, I thought it was 3. I know, Karen. Yeah, I know that. I'm not dead to like human interaction and stuff like that. I understand how it all works, But it's the same as like growing up. My parents were never, they weren't cold, but they also weren't warm and inviting. And they weren't the ones that gave hugs. It was my grandparents that gave the hugs. So if my stepmom or father ever came up to me and gave me a hug, it would just be weird. And it's stuff like that where you're just used to it. My ex would go, "Why don't you just open up?" I'm like, you don't need to know. It's fine. I'm okay. But I understand that some people do need to open up and do need to get it off their chest and do need to get it out of them. And just to talk things over. I guess we all deal with things differently, don't we? What was it, Karen? What was your boring name? Tell the class. Yeah, exactly, Irene. And sometimes parents are not the huggers. Sometimes it skips a generation. So my parents wouldn't be huggers to me, but my parents would be huggers to their grandkids. And my grandparents were the huggers for me. So sometimes it skips. Do you know what I mean? The grandkids get the hugs from the grandparents, and the parents of the grandkids get the hugs from the parents of the parents. I don't know. It's a bit weird. In any case, I did not lack hugs. I just didn't give them out or dish them in from my parents is all. A bit what? A bit toxic? A bit boring. I'm going to guess that means boring. A bit boring, I think you mean. I like crafty Karen. Tells me everything I need to know in a very few letters. I would have thought that too, Irene. If I saw 58, I would have guessed either you're born in 58 or you are 58. I think Irene NL tells me everything I need to know. It's your name and where you live. It's perfect. My name, on the other hand, tells you nothing about nothing, unfortunately. My name gives you no clues, hints or tips about the person behind the name. Yeah. Is Irene maybe a popular name, not a popular name in Netherlands? Yeah, your name's Cute Poppins. It's just Poppins. It rolls off the tongue very easily. Is that what yours was? I am Sam. Is Sam your name? Confused. Are you Samantha? And you're a Star Trek, a Star Wars fan. Hey Swifty. Happy Thursday. So you're Samantha and you love Star Wars, yeah? See, your names all sound like they mean something. They all make sense. We need to ask Swifty about her name. Doxing. I've never heard of that before, Karen. I never knew that, Poppins. Because I never like using my real name. We're talking about Sperling Swifty. Like, what does it mean? People are telling us about their names and where it came from and what their old names used to be. What's Sperling Swifty? Why that name? What does it mean about you? But I wouldn't change to Jamie something. That sounds boring. That sounds what Karen did. Just doesn't sound exciting. Oh, I like my name. I like my first name. I just don't think it's relevant to, like, streaming. Sperling is your last name, is it? Cool. And Swifty because she's swift. Well, I know your name, Poppins, because we're on Facebook together. Your name is fine. But again, it's when you're coming on, I don't know, Twitch or Kick or anything like that. Why would you use your why would you not like do a weird name? Do a different name. This is your time to recreate yourself if you want to. I mean, we should pick names like we did our email addresses. Who wants to tell me their first email address? Now that's they're going to be terrible. We were kids. We were 14, 15 trying to be cool. I was 14, 15 because I'm older than most of you, but the first email addresses, now they're bad. And what's that, Poppins? What would that be? Karen's fine. For me, it's exotic Karen, because we in the UK we have a Karen, of course, but we don't spell it that way. So instantly you're different from run-of-the-mill Karens. Do you know what I mean? I don't come across Karens ever that are spelt that way. And what do you say, Poppins? You can't do you? Not here though. We know. I'm sure we all know Karen as a name, but spelled that way, no, never. I told you, confused. I told you, little ghetto girl. It would be. You would never keep that email address, would you, as an adult? And I'm not even going to attempt to tell you what mine was. There's a girl at work. There's a girl at work, and we were talking about this the other day, and we were talking about our very first email addresses, and she told me hers was sweet chocolate cookie or something like that, and I found it so funny. And then she asked me what mine was, and she cracked up too. We were just laughing over our own stupidity of our email addresses. Isn't it embarrassing though? Yeah. Surnames are a little bit different. They're out of your control. Well, so are first names, but we tend not to use our surnames. I don't think we should use our surnames on stream neither, but... Is it Swifty? Well, it might be common to you guys. It's not going to be common to me and Kitty, for instance, all confused. We're not from your country, so we're never going to have heard it before, probably. Is it that difficult, Swifty? Can you translate it in English for us, like in words? Is there an English version of your name? Oh, but then we're screwed. Confused, Poppins, Kitty, we're screwed. Well, all the languages up there are quite tricky to learn, I hear. I hear they're not easy languages to just pick up and run with. Norwegian and Danish and Dutch and Swedish, like they're quite hard languages to master. Have you? And so what is it then? How do you spell it and say it? I would just say San. I would just say S-A-N-N-E, S-A-N. San. No props, Karen. See? Is it Shanae? I'm gonna guess until I get it right. Is it Shanae? Is it Shani? Sani. Yeah, there'd be no English version of that. No, like, British version that I could even compare it with. Sanu. Sanu. Is that right? Sauna. They called you Sauna. Oh, I give up. Someone called you Sauna. I get people spell my name wrong. They don't say it wrong, but they will spell it wrong. They tend to spell my name like the French word for love, which is cute, but it's very wrong. It's not very wrong. They've just got the I and the M mixed around. They'll type my name like this for some reason, and I don't know why they do that, because I don't know. I don't think this was ever a thing. Yeah, that's made me laugh as well, Irene. I will do that, not now though, but I will definitely do it, unless you can type it phonetically to me on stream. Is that what that means, Lily? Whose name? Kitty? Mine or Sauna's? Which one? Go on then, Poppins. Karen's back. Poppins is off. She's popping off. Yeah. There's a few people called Irene. I think it's more of maybe a 70s and 80s name. I don't think it's as popular as it used to be. Yeah, Swifty I can pronounce. We'll stick with Swifty. You know who I mean. There's only one Swifty. So my first email address, I will tell you, I am a little bit ashamed of it, and I might have to get my fan out because it's going to make me hot. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you've got a Princess Irene. I don't have anyone in my life who I know that's called Irene. But I know there was a woman on EastEnders back in the 90s. Her name was Irene. There's been a couple of American singers called Irene from the disco years. Is that where it came from? So you like Just Kitty, yeah? Hello Kitty, sorry. I don't know where Gorganizer came from. I don't know. I think it came from me watching a film about toys. The Gorgonites and gargoyles. I don't know, I had that in my head. Gorgonites and gargoyles. And it was not taken, so I thought I want that name. I used it on my PS4 network at the time, and I really wanted a name that didn't have numbers after it, and that was there, and I was like, I'm taking that name. That's not bad. Is it hard, Poppins? Does it sound like you read it, or is it just I'm never gonna guess? Which one, Swifty? My name, or? Well, I need to go to those big fields. Okay, yeah, I'm never going to guess that then, you're right. Let me get some petrol. Is it? Is there an E that's like a U? Is it so hard that like the SA should be an SH or something? Look at these beautiful chards. I'd rather type in what my email was than say it, because I'm just going to be ashamed. And don't forget, I was born in 1983, so when emails and stuff were coming out, in 1997 I was 14, and around 2000 I would have been like the perfect age of 17 to get myself an email address. So, you know, in 2000, 2002, 2003, no, it was, well, let me tell you the story. So no, I'm not going to tell you the story, but I will tell you the email address, and I'm going to type it for you, okay? So bear with. Yeah, I'm going to type it. I'm laughing just typing in it. Are you ready? I'm about to hit send. Let me get my fan. Ask me if I was a playboy. Ask me. And I had the cheek. I had the cheek and the audacity. I had the cheek and the audacity to go to a conference, to a union conference, and they asked me to stand up and tell everyone my email address so they could keep in contact with me. And I said it like there was not a problem in the world. I felt proud of this email address, didn't think nothing of it, and everyone burst out laughing. And I was like 20, 21. And they're looking at me like, why do you have this email address? Well, my nan used to call me Jim. So my nan would never call me Jamie. She used to shorten it and call me Jim. So I took Jim and Playboy and stuck them together. I was not a Playboy. I never have been a Playboy. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Oh, I don't need to do anything here. But yeah, first email addresses are always embarrassing. And I don't want this to ever leave this room. You have to swear me to secrecy that you won't tell anyone about this. So with my email address and Swifty Sauna, we're on a roll. What was your Swifty without giving the full email address out? Because I know it's quite private email addresses. Mind you, that one's old. God, that's fossilized now and dead. Yeah, I'm going to change my name to Playboy Jim. You're going to have to all call me Playboy. Do you not, Poppins? Poppins was bad though. It was probably terrible. And a mistake that never should have been created. And Kitty, you don't remember your first email? Yeah, don't say it's 50 if it's still active. yeah, we would, Irene. I think we'd have a lot more of the men on. A lot more of the men's would be watching, I do think. Was it not? That weren't original. Well, mine was a little bit original. There was some thought behind mine. It was just embarrassing. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Comp girl? That's cute. That's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't use it as an adult, right? Because you can't be a comp girl and be 40 or 30. Oh, Swifty, you thought about it real deep, didn't ya? Swifty really thought about her. She was involving every single family member. Do you remember it, Poppins? Was it bad? Like, again, you don't have to say it or anything. I just said mine because it's funny. Oh. I like Comp Girl. Comp Girl. I understand it. Again, you've said in two words who you are as a person. You're a female who's into gaming. That's all you need to know. Don't even need to know your name. Killer worm. You always choose worms though, don't you? Into computers. Okay, yeah. Killer worm. What was with the numbers? Could you not get it without the numbers? Was Killer Worm taken already? Yeah. Well, it's fitting. Oh, what? Ah, I see what you mean. I thought it was the year. I'm like, what? She was born in 2708? Yeah, Comp Girl fits ya. What was that? The whenever you did something anonymous, you would use Scarecrow as a name or as an email address. Got ya. I like that word, Scarecrow, though. How old do you think they think you are? I mean, we know how old you are because we've talked about age before, right? You're like just close to my age. Just closest to it. Come on, Season. See you confused. See you tomorrow maybe, yeah? Have a good one. Come on, Summer. I'm trying to think if I mean, I don't think of people's ages. When I talk, I just talk and, you know, you talk back. I'm not sitting here wondering if it's male or female or how old they are. I don't know, though. I guess sometimes you can tell if someone's a bit more mature than like a 20-year-old. Stick it on lurk mode, confused. Oh. You're alright. Your cat's just saying hi to me. It's fine. Your cat is saying hi to Kitty. No. I don't wonder how old people are, but you can kind of tell, you know, if you're sensible. And mind you, you look at Poppins and Poppins is sensible and you would think she might be older than what she is, so it's just misleading, so it's best to not guess. Best to not guess, really. No, you didn't tell me, no. No, you didn't. I think Irene gets ads every... I thought it was like every 45 minutes. Was it... Did you tell me that before? We have spoken. We have spoken to someone that has fibromyalgia. Who was that? Was it... It might have been you, actually, Swifty. I think it was you that talked about it with us before. When did you find out, Swifty? Was it recent or was it a while ago? Because I remember talking to someone about 3-4 weeks ago about it. Was it you? I remember talking about it with someone and I said that my friend back home has it. She has fibromyalgia. And that it lessens in the summer and gets worse in the winter. Wasn't it to do with joints? I'm pretty sure it was too, Karen. Yeah. Yeah, it must have been. I don't think there's a cure, right? I think that's what Swifty said last time. There's no making it easier. It just gets worse. Is that what you said, Swifty? Yeah, it is horrible. And Swifty's young as well. I mean, Swifty, how old are you again? You're in your 20s, right? 28, yeah. So to get it in a young age as well, I mean, my friend is 55 or something, so she's almost double Swifty's age. She's actually under Swifty's double under Swifty's age, but I didn't know you could get it as young as, you know, in your 20s. It's crazy. Is that like hereditary? Is there something that you could have done that stopped it? Like, did they say why you've got it? Did it just pop up? Like, how does it work? Well, now you have the answer. What's the remedy? What's not the cure, but what's the what will make it easier? Really? So a traumatic event in your life can trigger that? Oh, I need to do this one. I want the money. I think sometimes we do take for granted health. Do you know what I mean? When we're young, and like I said, you're only 28, so you shouldn't have to be dealing with this at 28, but you know, when you're healthy and you have no worries or concerns about health and you just living your best life, it's like times like that where you, and then something bad does happen, you're like, damn. Because health is really important. It should be top of the list of, you know, not money or career, but health. Do you think so? Do you think that was it when you was in your teenage years? So you waited 10 years for the diagnosis. You got the diagnosis, and now what? What do we do about it? What's the plan? What have the doctors said? Is there something in your diet that you could change? Is there exercise that you could do to minimize it? Is there maybe some tablets that could be took, or is there some sort of, I don't know, can we go into the forest and do ayahuasca? Like what can be done? It can't be nothing. You can't, like, it's not nothing, right? There must be something. They must have given you some sort of help with, you know, what to do from here. Right. Well, that sounds, you know, sensible. Sounds a sensible thing to do. Oh god, I've got this one to do. Bugger. I'll come back to you in a minute, Flowers. I need these bad boys. I started the stream with 170 million. We're now over 300, so we're not doing too bad. I should have got a bonus, really. I'm a fool. I'm a fool. I should have got a bonus. No probs, Poppins. I'll be here till 8:30 my time. We're nearly level 150 on this chart. I've been working my arse off to get this leveled up. Poppins, you're too kind. She's too kind, Irene, isn't she? Swifty, yeah, I think sometimes when you talk about, like, pasts and what happened in your childhood, sometimes people would rather, you know, if the person wants to talk about it, then I don't want to be the one to say what happened. And some people just don't want to talk about it. It's a bit embarrassing, but I go, well, what happened? And Swifty goes, I don't want to talk about that. That's in the past. I've moved on. Like, you don't know what reaction's going to get. So I think sometimes people just would rather not ask about what happened. And if you want to share, then crack on. Poppins is lovely. Thanks for that, Poppins. You've just helped myself and Irene. You hit 2 birds with 1 stone there. You wonderful, wonderful human being, you. And sometimes people that are vague are doing it like for a reason. So I'm not going to try and second guess whether you want to talk about that or not. No way. Yeah, I agree. They're still going to be there. Do you do any therapy, Swifty? Do you attend therapy at all? Yeah, I'm not gonna ask what happened in your childhood. It's not really my business unless you want to make it my business. And sometimes people, don't forget, this will be like uploaded to YouTube and stuff, so we have to, you know, it's not just in this room, unfortunately. Always bear that in mind, guys. As do I, because I don't really edit my videos. Oh, Poppins, you're wonderful. Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Where the hell did this come from? Have I not done you yet? How much bloody chard did I plant? I mean, great and all that, but damn. Well, she's the mod. I don't make any money on YouTube. Are you mad? I've literally hit what have I done? I've hit about 116 followers, that's all. Like, YouTube is not like the thing. YouTube is just for me to upload my videos. I sometimes like to go back and have a look at what I was doing a year ago on stream. So really that's just for my benefit more than yours, to be honest. It's very selfish. No, I'm not, Irene. I don't have that much money. That man has a lot of money, but he does good with it. He's lovely. I can't imagine his job. Like, the managing, it's like being a queen ant or a queen bee trying to run a hive. He's got so many fingers and so many pies. I don't know how he does his job. And all the money he makes he puts right back into videos, so yeah, I don't know why anyone would want to do that. Okay, let's read. Okay. Yeah, it's funny when you hear about it, don't you? With parents not believing their children. She's lovely, Irene. She's a wonderful, such a pretty, classy, elegant lady, isn't she? She's done her job with dignity and respect. But yeah, I don't know why parents sometimes disbelieve their children with stuff like that. And you're at an age where you don't really understand. You don't understand anything. You think you know everything at 14, but you don't. And then you have to deal with something like that. It's like you shouldn't have to deal with stuff like that at 14. You should be out playing at night with your friends and you know, playing video games and stuff. Yeah, it jumped in, Irene, and then it disappeared. I got to see it, a quick snippet of it though. Is it still there? Oops, I just messed up. Oh my god, I'm messing up even more. Do you have a relationship with your mum, Swifty? Do you have a good relationship with your mum at all? Like, since? It was there, Karen. It's not there anymore. So you kind of have a sort of relationship with your mum, yeah? Hmm. It's the problem, isn't it? You really can't choose your family. Can't choose your family. I mean, I didn't have to deal with anything like that growing up, like, not at all. But they weren't, you know, they're not great people. So I got out there before they could do any sort of damage. I've not spoken to mine for like 20 years. At least. No, 24 years actually. A quarter of a century. Hmm. And how did she, what did she say about that? Do you think it might be her way of going, like, downplaying it because she feels so bad, or do you think she just can't admit that she messed up and that's her way of saying, ah, you're just being over dramatic, like, yeah. Well, yeah, because it's the psychology of the other person as well. Like, you can guess what Swifty went through and you can think about that, but also, like, your mum as well, like, sometimes a coping mechanism is a reason why they say and do what they do. Can't admit it, can't say sorry, so what can they do but just deny it? It's like, human beings are very in-depth, strange mammals. No. No, and to admit that she was wrong would be to admit that she, like, was this bad mum or whatever. And some people can admit and say sorry. Some people just can't, can they? So then you have to think about yourself and, like, okay, well, what should I do with this information? Do I move on and with my life and, you know, get toxic people out of it? Should I forgive my mum and say, do you know what, you messed up? You did, whether you can admit it or not. Or do you just throw your hands up in the air and go, what should I do? Hmm. I don't know. So, people are just strange, aren't they? They just see what they want to see and then deny like everything else. It's very strange. I do not need this diamonds really. Let's go over here. Now where's my trees? All of them are here. Karen, by the way, do you know what the event is next week? There's an event in 7 days on this game. Do you know what it is? Alright, Karen. Do what you want, love. I'll still be here. If anyone knows, not just Karen, but anyone, if anyone knows what the event is in 7 days, can you update me? Because, is it the dinosaur one there? I have I've done all of the quests, right? I've done all of the events. I have to keep my eye open for the flowers and the trees, because I obviously recycle my farms, and so I lose some of the items that come from these events, and so I need to keep my eye open on the events, because there's still 2 or 3 flowers that I need, and there's a coral that I need, and there's a fish that I need as well. So do you think that Irene, that for instance, if you said to me, you know, I'm depressed, I'm not happy, do you think that someone who's never had depression could understand what you're going through? You could sympathise, right? But do you think anyone who's never had depression say to you, oh, I'm so sorry, I understand what you're going through? Probably not, right? We could sympathise and say that's terrible, but to say that is actually not good for the other person, because you're kind of mocking them in a way. You don't know what they're going through. So again, so my question is, if you have PTSD and no one understands you, do you think you have to have PTSD for people to go, yeah, I understand what you're going through, I'm sorry that you're going through that? You know what I mean? Maybe what a lot of us need is just a sympathetic ear in it. I don't have to know what you're going through, but I can sympathise. I can say that's shitty for you and I'm sorry. But we don't need to understand what you're going through. We just need to sympathise a bit more and be a bit more thoughtful and listen more. Yeah. Because I don't have PTSD. I don't get it. I never have had it. I get nervous sometimes, but I've never had PTSD. And I can sympathise, because it must be horrible. You know, some people to be held hostage in your own home through PTSD doesn't sound like fun to me. Oh, my phone is just lit up. I just want to see what the acronym is for that. What is that acronym? Okay, so it's post-traumatic stress disorder. My friend, again, the same woman, she tells me she would never get out of bed if it weren't for her tablets. She could never do it, could never get out of bed if it weren't for the tablets that she was on. It says that it includes flashbacks, nightmares, feeling very anxious and difficulty sleeping. Treatments, there are treatments for it. It's crazy, isn't it? What us humans can go through. Night terrors, yeah. That sounds terrifying. Yeah, that sounds awful. I couldn't imagine waking up being frozen. Not with fear, but frozen as in like you're supposed to be asleep and you're not. You're awake and you see night terrors. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Well, I'm going to set these fireworks off for you guys. Enjoy them. We don't need to feed you. We need these goats. I'm going to go look at my other farm real quick, because I was talking to Poppins earlier and it got me interested in... I've forgotten what it looks like. Does he? It's good when you've got a partner, isn't it? That's that one. Is it this one? Yeah. And that's enough. That's enough, Swifty, to sort you out. Yeah. Yeah, we all need to borrow Swifty's husband for a little while. Oh, Swifty, you can lend him out, can't you? Ah, look at this farm. This one's finished. Would it? Yeah, I'll trade you for feet pictures. I'll give you a foot picture. Yeah, Swifty, come on. Don't be silly now, come on. It's worth it, I promise. Me and Irene will send one each. That'll cheer you up. So do I. I can't stand them. But I tell you, people love mine. Well, not love, like. They like mine. I don't do that anymore, though. I don't send pictures anymore, Irene. Yeah, I turned a leaf. It was serving me no good. I was just making other people happy. I wasn't really happy. Like, it doesn't make me happy. It's making you happy. I love this farm. I forgot how pretty this farm was. I know it's my own farm and I'm blowing my own trumpet, but it's true. I like this farm a lot. It's so low leveled though. I'm like 60 levels behind my current farm. That's a long way to go. I should be going on someone else's farm and getting a little bonus. That's what I should be doing. I can't wait to get my other farm done so it's like this, just full. This one is actually, there's a few empty areas that I never figured out what to do. I should probably fill those in at some point. This is not truly finished, unfortunately. Of course we can, Irene. We can do both. I mean, we went from abuse to depression to therapy to feet pictures to stupid email addresses to names on Twitch. Like, we went through the whole, if there was a rainbow, that was the whole rainbow of emotions. And then we went back to square one again of silly. You can't be like one of those things all the time. We'd just be exhausted. Let them mix it up a bit. Like a cocktail. Give it a little shake about. My rabbits are so low level. Did you see that? The fish and the rabbits are level 40. I feel ashamed. I bet you this farm is terrible for levels. It must be. I love this middle section though. Swifty, are you playing Farm Together? What have you been playing on recently? What have you been? What have you been doing? Okay. Do you ever play this? I don't know what that is, Irene. Who's in it? Give me an actor. Give me the name of an actor. Because last I saw Swifty, you were starting again. Yeah, you were starting again, right? Did you ever start again? Did you fix your problem on your farm? Cole Sprouse. I've never heard of him, Irene. I don't know that film or the actor now. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I don't watch teenage Disney bloody actors. I do need to watch a couple of films tonight. I'm hoping to get Avatar done, Irene. I've still not watched it. Still not watched Avatar yet, so I need to get that in the bag. Get that in the bag and done. Did you? So you redid everything again? Good. So you fixed the problem. It's still on Disney. I've got time. I wanted to watch it in the 4 days I had off. You know, at the weekend and Monday and Tuesday. And then I never did. Something always comes up. Or I get hooked on a game and it's like 4 hours later. I'm hooked and I'm lost. Like it's like, and then I was reading as well, so I've been reading a book. Yeah, he is Irene. You're right. He is hot. You're very right there. And he's British, right? He's a British actor too. Mr. Cavill. I didn't look at these tables. They're actually not that expensive, really. He's nice, yeah. It's a nice bit of stuff for sure. A hottest, I don't know about the hottest. I need these flowers. I don't know. See, these are the flowers that I don't have on my other farm. I need them. And it's going to be another 10 months until I get my hands on these flowers. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't have these on my main farm, unfortunately. I think there's coral on this farm too. No prob, Swifty. Yeah, I think I've got coral on this farm as well. And I think I remember where I put it. That was quick. Those ads don't last very long. Is that like 10 seconds, Swifty? This is the only problem with this farm. There's the flowers are not in order. Was it 15? Okay. Oh, go on, Swifty. I'll be your best mate. I'll be your best mate in the whole world. God, it's so hard to distinguish these two colours. They're so close to each other. Kitty pictures. I haven't got any kitty pictures. I don't even own a cat. I wish I did though. Name it in game. Pinky and Perky. Pinky and Perky. That's my feet names. What do you think? Or what about what about Bigfoot and Littlefoot? No, that's Perky. Perky. Yeah, Pinky and Perky. No, no, I think she actually wants pictures of cats. Swifty's a cat lover. Kitty, have you got any cats? Do you own cats at all? As pets, I mean. Not as like waiters, but pets. Yeah, Swifty loves cats. How many cats have you got, Swifty? Mimsy. And what's your cat's name, Swifty? Watch us all go, oh, that's so cute. Oh, all the L's. Oh, and you've got Lily. We had a cat called Tigger. I like Noah. I like Noah as a name in general. I think Noah is such a cute name for a boy. Like, imagine having a boy as a kid and you're naming him Noah. It's so cool and forward thinking and ahead, because these names come and go, don't they? They come out of fashion, they come back into fashion. I don't think Noah ever left. Is she? How old is she in cat years? Oliver in a way too. Oliver tends to come and go in and out of fashion, especially in the UK. You'll have a run of Olivers for a couple of years and then you won't have anyone named Oliver for a few. And then it jumps back in again as like one of the most popular names. Our cat was called Tigger and our first one was called DJ. We called it DJ for some strange reason. Wow, 60 cat years is very old. Well, it's a good name. Love that name, Noah. It's very biblical, but very nice on the tongue. You could probably write it really nicely as well. You went the opposite way. Should have been called Swifty. Is she? A fully black cat. See, that's my jam. If I had a cat, I want a deep black. Just give me like a witch cat. I want to have a witch's cat. Just black with yellow eyes. Do you know what I mean? Just all mystical and shit. And I shall call it. What would I call that cat that's like black? Does she have green eyes? Well, I'll settle for green. I'd rather them be yellow. I can put contact lenses in the eyes, right? I can change them to yellow. What would I call the cat that's all black? Jade. Yeah, what, because the eyes, Kitty, yeah? I'd call her like... No, it has to be like a witchy name. Something like... No, I'm not joking. Now we can put some contact lenses in there. We'll make it work. Like Midnight. I don't know. Something like that. So like, I'm just going to call my cat Midnight. And she shall have blue eyes. Yeah. You see me come on stream the next day. Just scratches all down my face where I tried to put contact lenses into Midnight's eyes. And she was having none of it. She was like, I don't think so. Not happening. Let's put you down. I like that name actually. Midnight's cool. Yeah, she shall be Midnight. Or Shadow or something. Do you know what I mean? Something like a dark name. Like a what could we do? No, that sucks, that one. Give me like a name for the moon, an alternative name of the moon. Like a celestial name, that's what I want. For my cat. I always like the name in Harry Potter, the cat's name in Harry Potter, Hermione's. I love that name. It's such a... I don't know, it sounds very British to me, very old-fashioned and very cat-sounding. Who remembers the name? I can tell you it, I'm just trying to see. No, not Luna. Luna's the girl, I'm talking about the cat, Hermione's cat. Begins with a C. 2 syllables. Anyone? Anyone got it? Okay, we're talking about... Let me type it. I'm going to type it for you. No, there it is. It's Crookshanks. What a cool ass name for a cat. Would you? Because I would. I would name the hell out of that cat Crookshanks. It's a very long name for a cat. It does, doesn't it? That's what I was just saying. It's a very British sounding cat name. Crookshanks. It doesn't roll off the tongue very nicely, but I love that name. She has a very good way with words. I read one of her books once. It wasn't Harry Potter. It was the first one she wrote after Harry Potter under her name. And it was about a British village. God, whatever was it called? To do with an election at the local council. So she took it right back to the villagey roots. And she named... I'll never forget, there was a name of a calf in the village. And she called it Copper Kettle. And even just the name of the name of the calf, Copper Kettle, it's just it told me everything I needed to know about this quaint little village in the middle of Shropshire. I don't remember where it was. It's so good for you, Irene, just to get a book that you really enjoy and just sit and read. I'm going to be reading tonight after the stream. I know she's quite controversial now, but you can't deny her brilliance in the job that she does. Like, she may be this and she may be that, but the writing and the storytelling is second to none. You have to give the woman props on things that she's actually good at. I don't follow the trans thing that she said and things like that. I don't know what she said is true or false. I just know she's a bloody good storyteller. I don't struggle with that. I mean, no, I wouldn't struggle with it. I still think she's an amazing author, and I could reread Harry Potter again and again and again, and watch the films too. But we're all different, aren't we? That her thoughts and ideas and feelings in life, in general, in her private life, you know, that's up to her. I've got my thoughts and feelings, and I don't agree with them. But she's still an amazing author, for me, personally. See you tomorrow, Kitty. Have fun. I don't know what we're playing tomorrow, but we'll play something, for sure. Thanks for watching and joining in, as always. This wheat must be very high leveled. I use it a bunch. I love planting this crop. Levels up really well too. And by the way, I noticed there's like 13-14 viewers. If you want to join our Discord page, please do. I'm sure someone will be kind enough to drop the link. On there we do talk about all manners of different games, and as well as this game and a few others that we've got special pages for. And we're all basically just really nice people. You are the company you keep, so come and keep our company and you'll be better for it, I promise. Because we're all nice here. We're all polite and kind and thoughtful of each other's feelings and thoughts, as should everybody be. I don't know what I'm going to be playing tomorrow. Karen, I'm obsessed with that other game, you know. I was playing it last night for 2-3 hours after work. I have made so much progress. If I do play it tomorrow, you're going to be surprised with the amount of progress that I've made. I've done really well. I have leveled up a barn to large. I've leveled up a chicken coop to large. I now own a bike. What else did I do? I'm starting to level up my tools to gold instead of silver. I'm making a lot more money. I've set down all my chests, and I don't know, it's just going great. I'm loving that game so far, truly. I'm so glad that I got it for free, because that always helps as well. The Story of Seasons game. Confused, you're going to be so amazed at the progression that I've made. Hopefully I've not caught up with you, because you are way ahead of me, but I've been busy. I've been working my little ass off on that farm. Let's head back to my other farm for a minute before we go. Before we go, I want to go check the other farm. I reckon I will. I'm doing well. I'm doing well on it. Confused. Are there only 3 areas in that game? Is there just 3 areas to unlock? Because I don't see any other areas that I need to build a bridge or anything to get further in. So far, it's just those 3. I need to level up one of these. That's what I need to do. Not trees, though. I don't like trees. Cheese. Sure. Let's spend 200 million on that. The robbing buggers. You rob and bugger, you. Really? Why did I think that there was a massive map? What made me think that there was a lot of space left to explore? I mean, I'm cool with it being those 3. I can make it work. But it's going to be tight. I've got fountains and stuff. I've got all these fountains that I've put down. Well, one. I've got 1 fountain, but I can't see that being enough space, to be honest. I'm going to Google that later. I'm going to go see if there's only 3 spaces in the whole entire map. I am finishing, guys, in about 4 minutes. I need more jam. I also need... Actually, flowers. We need to get rid of some flowers. There's no flower shop here. Typical. Where are my flower shops? Karen, have you been on Animal Crossing today? Or yesterday? Have you been on it at all? I know you were giving gaming a slowdown a little. Are you playing anything right now? I'm not getting rid of wheat. I need to keep that. No, just a little bit, yeah? How long have you been playing that game now? I bet you've put hours and hours into that. 500 knowing you. 300, 500. Does Switch tell you how many hours you've been playing a game like the PlayStation does? I forget. Oh, it does. Nice. I love stuff like that. I think there's flowers that I need to go collect quickly. I think they're the night ones. Where are they? No, I collected them. All my flowers are collected. Really? Is that active playing, or is that leaving it AFK like you would this game? Or is that actively you playing the game? That's loads confused. Yeah, is it you actively playing the game confused, or is it you AFK? Okay, so it must be then like full on playing it for 1500 hours. Because I've done the same amount on this game. Confused. I've played about 1500 hours on Farm Together, but you could AFK this game. Not that I have, because I don't, but you could AFK this game easily, can't you? And just let your farm hands do all the work. That's a lot. No, Irene, what message? Last message I saw. Are you talking about the smoked salmon, Irene? That you got on sale? Okay, so you did have you did leave it on AFK for a little while then. So the only reason you would leave Animal Crossing on AFK is to help other people. Yeah, it is expensive. I can only eat it if it's like wafer thin. You know, like the breakfast salmon. I can eat that, but I can't generally eat salmon or anything like steaks. I don't like them. Don't like salmon steaks. Ugh. It's just a big fat wadded fish that's really off-putting to me. But steaks I can eat for sure. What the hell am I pressing? This room is very pink. Oops. I should always finish my streams by just going to my houses. Not that I need the stuff, but I want the stuff. I want the tickets. Look at my little moustache. Little goatee. I love this floor. I like these lamps too. Some of my favourite lamps in the game. That bloody thing is expensive though. Wasn't that one of the houses that you have to pay 25 tickets for? When you're literally... Yeah, I like the plants too. I wanted a game where it looked like I just had like a an outdoor greenhouse indoors. I imagine I can put even more flowers and plants down in that house and make it even greener. I've not decorated for so long. There's still things I've not even checked out yet. I guess they're event items, right? No, they're not. Huh. Well, I better call it a day, guys. I will be back tomorrow, probably at 7 p.m. my time. Keep an eye out on the Discord page, because when I do update it, Karen is leaving all of you, kindly leaving all of you, like the GMT time for me, which is very nice of her. But I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Don't know what we're playing, but we'll figure something out. Hey Tex, thank you. See you later, yeah? I'm back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Have a good night, guys. Sleep well. And thanks for the chat and keeping me company. It's always been a pleasure to keep me company when I play games like this, because this is the perfect game to chat to. You can chat and do a crossword and play this game at the same time, and it's not too challenging. But see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye. And thanks for, by the way, to Poppins for tier subbing. It's very kind of you. Good night. Bye.